What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another video for Dragon Ball Legends. And today, well, there actually might be multiple videos today because we have the Legends Battle Royale Extreme going on. That's not till 4 p.m. So for this video, what we are going to do is cover the new Ultra Space Time banner, which features 2 of the androids from the Android 13 movie and a transforming Super Saiyan Vegeta, but no Android 13. So face value, before we even get into the banner, I had predicted that Android 13 would be on here also, based off the fact that the V-Jump scans generally leave out one spicy character so that there's, even more hype on top of them hyping up a couple of the units. But that is not the case. So what it seems like is going on here is they have pulled Android 13, who I still fully believe is going to be a transforming unit, you guys, from his trucker hat variant to the blue-skinned, buffed out Macho Man build, but the Nutbreaker, if you will. If you consider that, then they will probably pull that Android 13 and like some type of Goku unit, possibly the Broken Nuts Goku, and they will end up on a Legends Rising banner, which are infamous for containing like the higher tier units, and the movies units as well generally show up on Legends Rising banners. So that is what I do think, you guys, and because of that, it does make this banner a whole lot less interesting and appealing. Now let's get the gameplay going over in that direction. We'll go boom right there. They do have really bad sales in the shop right now. They're the sales where you pay full value for the crystals, but they just throw a few more at you. So we're actually going to avoid those altogether. However, there is one happy bag. It's like $7.99. Comes with a guaranteed sparking ticket, skip tickets, and energy tickets. And that is extremely useful, you guys. I definitely would recommend you pick that up if you are the type of person to spend, any type of money on this game, or, even a low budget player. There is value in that bag right there. Even for, using the energy tickets to farm out the Yardrat Goku. Instant win getting that thing right there. Our ticket will probably be crappy on the summons, you guys, because as we now know, Ultra Space Time banners do contain pretty much every single previous Ultra Space Time unit on the pool. However, we are going to go over the featured characters. We are going to use that ticket that we got, and then we'll probably do one multi-summon, you guys. So, starting off here with my personal favorite unit on the banner for a couple of reasons, we do have the brand new Vegeta. Now, he does feature some cool things like blast armor and scaling power to his blue card based on him using strike arts, and he does transform, so he could find his way onto the Trinity teams, but he is a new member of a meta that they're trying to establish in the game called the Vegeta family. So we'll be pairing him with other Vegetas, other Trunks units, possibly, I guess, Bulma, if there's one that comes out in the future that's tagged as Vegeta family. Bulla, if she ever gets a playable unit in the future. Outside of that, maybe Tarbell as well, if he ever shows up. But, yeah, outside of that, pretty standard strike damage unit here. His stats, however, when fully boosted, do rival even Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta's. So, well, that's a blast unit, so obviously the blast attack here on this Vegeta is not going to be as good as Gogeta's, but the strike attack is even higher than what Gogeta's blast attack is. So keep that in mind. He's going to be a very competitive unit here with his stats. And let's look at some abilities real quick. Direct Smash restores his own health by 10%, and he does have blast armor on the blue card. Very useful. You have 20% to strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and he changes all of his own yellow cards into red cards. And of course, the red card has blast damage armor as well. So, again, this is a pretty good Vegeta here. It's just, again, banner losing a little bit of attractiveness because there's no Android 13 on it. Of course, he'll transform into a Super Saiyan there. He's got the Tag Vegeta family buffs going on. I guess he's a dual attack buffer if you get him to 5 stars. 10% special move damage inflicted for 10 counts every time he uses a strike card. So you get 4 strike cards within 10 seconds, and then a blue card maybe, you're sidestepping, you get another red card in there. You can get that 50% boosted damage, or 40%, sorry. My math is terrible right now. 40% though is nothing to sneeze at. That's a pretty good little buff there. every time he enters the battlefield, reduces his damage taken by 20%, buffs his own damage by 20%, and if it's strike damage, it's technically getting a 50% boost, because you have that additional 30% to strike damage inflicted down there at the bottom. So let's check out the after transformation real quick. His main ability becomes draw a blue card, -5 to his own strike cards cost for 20 timer counts, and 35% to strike damage inflicted, with the arts card speed buff as well. So when you consider all of that, he's at 85% buffed strike damage there when you combine all of that. That's excellent. And then with his green card after transformation, 105% to his strike damage buffs there. And he gets 15% on the blue card after he transforms. Okay, so again, pretty standard melee damage dealing unit, but he's got a pretty good kit. I think that out of any of the units on the banner, this is the one that I would like to pull the most. Next up here, we have Android 14. Another, melee damage dealer, I believe. Haven't actually looked at him yet, but I don't have the perfect cell yet. Oh, I like that headbutt. That's pretty cool. Just super headbutt there. Actually, it's not as cool as I thought. That's all he does is headbutt him. Should headbutt him and then energy blast him. Alright, whatever though. It's still pretty neat. Card art doesn't look terrible either. But again, I don't have the super perfect cell. So Android's teams are not looking so great for me right now. Stats are, well, you compare the Vegeta having 144k strike attack after transformation. This guy's not doing as hot. And whoa, melee damage but carries 2 yellow cards? That's not very good, you guys. That is not very good for balancing out your team's card pool. Especially when you consider that the best Androids builds are strike damage based between Perfect Cell and now these guys here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, let's keep going. Strike, nothing out of the ordinary. Blast, okay. GG, atomic blow. Destroys 2 enemy cards randomly, and only 15% chance to inflict faint. That's less. That's almost like there's a little bit more than a 1 in 10 chance to faint. That's not super great. Following effects occur based on the number of times special arts card data input has used. If you've only used it once, wait. Okay, these are permanent buffs here. This is pretty good. 20% to enemies strike damage received, 25% to strike damage inflicted by allies, plus 3 to all enemy strike arts costs. That's pretty sweet, you guys. Those are permanent buffs there, so that's actually pretty good. Kind of makes up for that low percent chance to faint on his blue card. Draw a strike arts card next. Restores own key by 20. Gain attribute upgrade, minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut, plus 20% for strike arts to inflict faint. So that's kind of like the buff trunks. We haven't seen that mechanic since the buff trunks came out, back from, you know, the Imperfect Cell Saga era stuff. Alright, it's not terrible, but it's not really that great. Ooh, coming straight out the gate with a double buff, though. That is extremely good. And it just goes up if you get him to 5 stars. Alright. Double buff there. That's pretty relevant, you guys. Because the Android's team is going to be really good. I mean, if you have Perfect Cell, it's already really good with these new units. But then when Android 13 comes out, it's going to be even better. So, unique ability, Obliterating Power. The following effects occur every time this character enters battlefield. Changes own blast arts cards to strike arts, and plus 35% to strike damage inflicted for 15. Alright, so this kind of compensates for the fact that his kit brings 2 yellows, because you can always sub him in and just turn all the yellows into reds. But if you're bringing him on the team and then you have like Perfect Cell out, for example, it can still complicate things just a little bit, you guys. But that does help make up for that. Cyborg Body reduces damage taken received from enemy physical type blast arts by 40%. Applies buff effect, nullify abnormal conditions up to 3 times, and 15% strike damage inflicted per Android battle member other than this character when entering the battlefield. Alright, so he's relatively good at buffing his own strike damage, so that'll get that like 120k strike attack stat up a lot higher. I like that he's got the Android nullify abnormal conditions because he's got the mechanical body, but Android 16 still has the best version of that. He's just like permanently immune. And what was that? Reduce the blast arts damage by 40% if it's physical type. Okay. He's an alright character, you guys. The main downfall of this guy is that he is a green unit. And again, we have a lot of powerful units in the meta right now, but Android's team is up and coming, you guys. They're coming up. They're already pretty good, and they're just going to be coming up a little bit more. So I anticipate him being a relatively good character, actually. And then another thing to consider is all of these units tag as movies units. So not only can you use them on androids or Trinity or Vegeta family, but you can use them on your movies-based builds also. This little guy right here, Android 15 with his crazy bow tie and his hat, it's a purple unit, so he does contest with Android 17 now that they've buffed him, and he's absurdly good, but they do fill two different roles. He is a support type to Android 17's defense type, so there's still reasons why you may bring or not bring one or the other. The supports, dude, we can see from Chilled, support characters can be really good, and Whis support characters can be really good, so I'm not going to sleep on him yet. Both of his attack stats a little bit low at only 109k, but at least they're balanced. That means he can do either type of damage pretty reliably. His defenses are okay, his critical and key restore are okay, comes with one of each type of card. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. Nothing out of the ordinary there. We got the FF Spark Cannon. Major explode damage, 50% chance to inflict paralyze on hit. That is not bad, because paralyze is arguably even more frustrating than feint in certain situations. Feint, usually you can only use once, and then you have to capitalize on that. While you're paralyzed, it can screw you over multiple times, you guys, if you don't sub out to a different character. Data input on this guy as well here. Permanent buffs. So if you combine this guy with Android 14 and get all these permanent buffs up, that's not going to be bad, you guys. This is going to be an interesting team to run here. However, I feel like it still will be Android 14, 15, and Perfect Cell. And I still don't have Perfect Cell, so I'm quite sad about that. So again, 20% to enemies blast damage received, 25% to blast damage inflicted by allies, and plus 3 to all enemies blast arts cards. So he is the yellow card version, where Android 14 is the red card version of data input. That's pretty cool there. I kind of like that. Destroys all of your own cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. Restores your own key by 60. This is actually not bad, because you would basically combo out your entire hand, pop the main, and then you would have a way to continue running options there, or sub out to a different character and continue comboing. So this can be used pretty strategically, and that makes it a pretty decent main ability. It's definitely not near the best in the game, but it's pretty decent, you guys. Another double buff straight out the gate here, no matter how many stars you have on him. He is the blast version. Was the Android 14 both attack types, or was he a strike, attack, and defense? I don't know. Either way, double buffs. I'm not going to complain about that. We see that on the EX androids. That means that the ability bonus on a full-blown androids team is going to be ridiculously high, you guys, because of all the Z ability buffs they're going to have going on. It's going to be pretty amazing to look at, actually. Artificial Brains Combined. Reduces damage received by 25% until combo ends when changing cover. So not only is he a support type, but he's got some reasonable defensive qualities here. 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 timer counts, and -5 to strike and blast arts costs of all androids for 10 timer counts when this character is switched off of the battlefield. Good synergy for the androids team. Again, support characters are not to be slept on. Even though Android 17 may seem like the better option in some cases, that may not always be the case, you guys. Nullifies own abnormal conditions. Draw a special arts card next when this character enters the battlefield. So he gets a green card twice every time he subs in, and he apparently permanently nullifies his own abnormal conditions. I don't know if that's tagged with the activates twice part, or if that's its own special thing there. Again, you guys, very interesting little character here. He's not bad. Let me go check this guy's Z ability real quick. Was it strike? Yeah, he's a double attack buffer, and then 15 is buffing blast, attack, and defense. That's very interesting. It's not bad at all, you guys. Again, the synergy amongst the androids teams is quite nice. And then I think the last featured character, featured is Bulma Youth, the extreme one. She's not new right there. Of course, again, you guys, go to the Z Power list here. You'll see a boosted rate on the 3 newest characters, and then everything else drops to like a 0.16%. And of course, again, tons of units in this pool. Not as many actually as I had thought. Wow, they reduced it a little bit, but there's still a ton of units in this pool, you guys. Yeah, a lot of the super old ones. Okay, well, it's not every single Ultra Space Time banner's worth. That's at least a step in the right direction, guys. Flooding the banner with like every single one was terrible when they did that. So I stand corrected if I said that earlier. Let's actually quickly hit. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, let's hit the download all button because that could affect. That could affect what we see. I'm only gonna do like one multi-summon on this, you guys. Only gonna do one because I don't have perfect cell. I can't really make good use of androids right now, so really all I want is the Vegeta. I would not mind starting up some Vegeta family stuff. Alright, finally, like 90 years later. Alright, you guys, let's use this ticket. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to start off with the ticket, and then we'll do the dailies, like one multi. Of course, in the comments, let me know, did you summon on this banner? If so, what did you get? I'm extremely curious to know. This banner is actually not bad for people that do have the yellow perfect cell already, because you can make a pretty decent androids team now. Am I going to get a fake out on it? No, okay. Thought it was going to try and fake me out. But this is not a new animation, so we're probably going to get some old junk, you guys. Old junk. What did I say? Fused with Kami Piccolo. So unhelpful, you guys. That's really bad. Alright, let's do... Oop, not that. Not that. Where? Up, above. Alright, let's do the daily. Get nothing. Do one multi-summon. Get nothing. And then we'll call it there. I'm definitely saving some of my crystals, you guys. If there's a Legends Rising banner that's got Transforming 13 on it, probably we'll go for that. Even though the Vegeta's probably going to be more helpful. Alright, I'm skipping that. That's hero trash. Get out of here, PyCon. Alright, alright. Are there any other dailies that we can make first real quick? Before we summon on the 999 banner. Man, the anniversary banners are gone. That's terrible. Alright. That is no bueno, you guys. No bueno at all. Alright, we'll do one multi. Hopefully you guys had amazing luck again. Down in the comments, let me know. Did you summon, didn't you? Did you get the shaft, or did you get not the shaft? Looks like we're about to get the shaft. No pods, no Tau. Green skies. Base form. Goku getting beat up. And blue small tiny text. This is going to be El Garbaggio, you guys. Goku getting destroyed here. No Vegeta. Yeah, we're in trouble. This will be 10 heroes. We'll just skip. Skip luck? Oh, hey. It wasn't 10 heroes. It was 2 Sparkings, but they were old ones. Very interesting. So the skip luck, like, kind of came through, I guess? Maybe? I don't know, you guys. Still haven't really used this Vegeta since he, got buffed. He's not terrible now, but the new transforming one would have been much more optimal. 0.16% chance for both of them to show up versus 1% on the new units, and that's what we got, you guys. So that's about it. That's all we have to talk about for right now, unfortunately. Again, going to the news, we do have lots of information about them trying to handle cheaters down here, measurements to tackle unfair play. And everything else is mostly about the Battle Royale and this new banner here. So, I will be covering that, the Extreme Battle Royale stuff. I don't know if today or if I'll save some of my tickets and do it that way. Maybe tomorrow. Give me a video tomorrow. Because I know my uploads have been a little bit intermittent recently, you guys. I've just been doing some personal life stuff, trying to get some situations settled. And been a little bit bored of Legends in the past week here. So, I've taken a little bit of a break. But we're not going anywhere, you guys. We'll definitely have tons of videos up and coming. Gonna attempt as well doing the Rising Battle Vegito level 100 without using Super Vegito and see if we can get that done for you guys as well. So again, I don't want to drag this on too long. We'll wrap this video up right about here. Of course, like the video if you do enjoy the content. It definitely helps spread it out. I appreciate all of you guys that stick around and support me, even though I'm somewhat inconsistent right now. It's definitely, again, supremely appreciated. If you are new around here, consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell. We'll definitely have plenty more videos coming out in the future, no matter what happens. And then we got, that Pokemon Masters game coming out in the future too. Not a huge Pokemon fan, but maybe I'll cover it. Lastly, comment down below. What are your thoughts on the game? Are you bored of it a little bit as well? Are you super hype on it? How are you doing in PvP? I'm ranked 50, I think like ranked 3,500 right now. Haven't started the Legends Battle Royale. Personally, myself, didn't want to wake up at 5 in the morning to do it. But comment down below. Again, all your thoughts in the game, what your position is on many things, the summons here. Let me know if you did summon, if you tried out any of the new units. I'd love to know, you guys. Other than that, again, I will shut my mouth, quit talking on forever here, and we'll be seeing you again real soon for another video, you guys. Peace out. Have a great day.